you take a foot with a shoulder washer and a screw, like so. The ones that are partial feet of this type go in the front. This one I'll put in the center. You run the screw through the shoulder washer. Then you position it so the shoulder washer is centered on the hole. Tighten the screw. Once the motherboard has been returned and all the feet have been screwed in, as you can see, then we replace the power transformer. You just place the power transformer in the basic area where it goes. Plug in the primary, the two secondaries. Lift the cabinet back up and fasten the 4 screws on the bottom. Remember, they're tight, they're tough, and you don't have to tighten them that tight. Once the transformer is in place, we put the power switch in, which is just a single screw, and we leave it fairly loose. The reason we leave it fairly loose is when we put the front panel on, we will then fine-tune the position of the switch to be centered in the hole. I'm going to put the motherboard, the front panel on now. This is the front panel removed, by the way, as you can see. Now, care must be taken putting the front panel back on, because the shafts of the two switches and the pot are the only mechanical connection to the front panel, in conjunction with the push-in receptacles for all of the switches. And those jacks are all there. It's a precision fit. I'm going to put it in right now, being careful. When it's positioned properly, it just pushes right on over the shafts. The shafts protrude. Nothing gets broken. The switches all plugged in. Now we put the gain control board, the gain cell control board, back in after plugging in the header. You'll note that there's feet on these standoffs. Again, rubber feet. And the reason for that is I found that the gain cell control board has such low currents on it that it becomes somewhat microphonic. Do remember to put in this back screw right here and make sure it lines up in the heat sink, as you can see right there. Screw goes in, heat sink's attached, and that is the ground connection where the motherboard, or where the heat sink actually contacts the chassis. Next thing to do is to remember to plug in the output trim pot. Then we adjust the power switch so that it goes through the hole and you can turn it on and off. And when you get it positioned, hold it in the back and tighten the screw up on the side.